Hey friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to show you a quick win that I learned today that's possible with CSS and obviously also with Tailwind CSS. It's about targeting a previous sibling. So I've got this small project that I'm working on and I'm currently implementing this search input and it looks beautiful. But the only thing that I want to change is that when you focus, together with the border here, I want to also change the color of this icon. And if you look into the code, I've got this icon here and I've got this input here. And my first approach was to just set this to peer here and then do something like peer focus and text neutral like 500. But it turns out it doesn't work. The reason is that peer only works for the next like sibling, and you will see it's working here. If you look into the code, you will see that what peer does is it will basically, let me set this to a focus state, this input, and then we can have a look at this. What you will notice is that peer is basically this symbol here, and this symbol only works on the next element basically. So how do we solve this? That's when I came across this has modifier, because this has modifier basically works on everything within its within its contents basically, but it also works in a good way for us for the next sibling. Let me show you how I did this. For that, let me move this back up. Right, let me also move this peer focus and this peer here. And then let's have a look. The trick here is to use has, and then what we want to do is has and then be text neutral 500. And inside here, we can have anything. It doesn't have to be any like Tailwind CSS value. So what I'm going to do is I want to have this has to be targeting being a plus and a input in this case. Like I could even go specific and say input search, but since this is hard coded, I've set input. What this does is basically checks if the next sibling is an input and then changes the color. And if you have a look, you will see it's working because this knows that we have a input here. And then for this input, we want to change the color for this one here. If you look into the CSS, in here, you will notice we use this has sort of selector basically. And basically what we now can do here is also like change this to something like focus. And now this is changing our focus. And how do we do that in Tailwind CSS? Basically slap in here focus here, and this is going to be taken over straight into the value. So if you have a look, let me refresh. It's working as expected. And what I typed in earlier, let me also focus this. No, that was the wrong one. Focus this. And now you can see what I typed in earlier straight into this is also covered here from Tailwind CSS. I think this is something super useful, and at least it's been useful for me. And using this has pseudo element, you can do things that weren't possible earlier or before with CSS, and that's targeting a previous sibling. Now it's possible, and it's been super valuable for me for this one, and I wanted to share it with you so that it's going to be helpful for you as well. That's it for this like small video, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya!